Now this model kit review is of the Hawker Tempest, the Mk.V. This is from after the war, after World War II. It's a 1/72nd scale model by Airfix. We've got some nice box art here. Looks like an aluminum plane. There are some details here about the plane and the two different versions there. Let's have a look inside and see what we have. First of all, let's look at our sprues. We'll cut it open here. Okay, so first of all, here is our fuselage. We've got some very nice recessed panel lines there. It's a very nice, crisp, clean molding. So obviously it looks like a new mold. We've got two different versions of the spinner. And there's the back part there. Here is our seat and instrument panel there. I guess that's the front part there. We've got this is probably part of our wheel well here on the underside. And then there's that radiator. The Tempest had these huge radiators underneath. We do have some detail here on the inside of the cockpit. That's always nice to see. Here we have the wings with the wheel wells, some details there. That's nice to see that as well. Recessed panel lines, some rivet lines, some very nice surface detail there. There's our figure. We've got our tail wheel there, and there's the little, I guess the step. Maybe that's part of the. You know what, that's actually probably part of our cockpit, maybe an instrument. There's a pitot tube there, there's a wheel there, and our wheel well covers, some cannons there. Here's the underside of the wing, that's beautifully molded. We've got our wheel well covers there, our main wheels there, two different types it looks like. And then our rudder and stabilizer there, again with recessed panel lines, very nicely molded. Okay, here's our propeller. We've got some exhausts. We've got two different versions of the exhausts, and other wheel well covers there, and then probably part of our landing gear. Here is the glass, and it looks like there's our windshield, there's the cover, and then we have some glass for what looks like fuel tanks, which is unusual to have maybe out of glass or clear plastic, so it must be a part that's going to be clear. Okay, here we have our decals, lots of decals. That's very nice to see. It adds to the authenticity of the model that you're building. So there's our instrument panel, just that is phenomenal. Okay, over here we've got our instructions, and there's the dimensions, details here about the Tempest, and we start off with building the cockpit, putting the radiator together there. Once you put the cockpit together, then next step is we're going to put the fuselage together. Put our wheel wells together there on the wings. Don't forget to drill out the holes there if you're going to put the fuel tanks on. And that's if you're going to keep them closed. You'll just use those wheel well covers there. If you want to have the landing gear down, you're not going to use the wheel well covers there. And don't forget to drill out those holes there. And then we put the wings together there. Rest of the details there for the cockpit, and then mount that all onto the fuselage. Wings go on there, stabilizer goes on, rudder, and then our tail wheel there. Now some additional parts here for our wheel wells and landing gear. That's if you're going to have the landing gear down. And some very nice detail here for the landing gear, the wheel wells. That's always phenomenal. Okay, here's the clear parts. Again, it doesn't really show you why they're molded in clear. It's a little unusual. I guess we'll look at the paint guide. And then we're putting our wheels on. And then there's the flap there for the radiator. So that is actually a step there for the pilots to step on. And the pitot tube. Then we've got the two different exhausts, depending on... you know what? Actually, it looks like that they all go together. So there's only one set of exhausts, but that they're alternating. Okay. And then two different spinners and the propeller. That's all mounted onto the airplane. Pilot then goes in, shows you how to paint the pilot, and then also the canopy. So here is the paint and decal guide for this first version from 1946. This one was based in Germany. Here's the other version, and the reason why shows you over here. They are clear plastic for the rail that the fuel tank goes onto. But tons of decals, lots of detail. This is really just an absolutely phenomenal model. Great amount of detail. Wheel wells, the molding quality is amazing, and there's a lot of cockpit detail. Decals are amazing, really overall. Great job, Airfix.